All right, so good morning everyone. Today we are here at the beautiful Moosa Stadium and I have with me the Dadasaheb Phalke of Dallas, as they call him, Mr. Arun Vithala. He's one of the prime members for the Masters USA Cricket Committee. Welcome Arun sir, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you for having me here, and what a great facility to be around and be talking about cricket.
Yeah, I mean, it's an honor to have you here. I would start with one question to begin with. We have this new tournament, the over 40 Masters USA Cricket Tournament that we have started yesterday. It's the Nationals, and your thoughts on that?
Well, to start with, we had our regionals and a trial just a few months ago, and what was amazing about this, Nikhil, was that when we asked for people if they were interested in joining Masters over 40s, we ended up with over 400 people wanting to join and be a part of Masters Cricket USA, which is a proud day for us, a challenging day, because we've ended up from 400 plus people we got it down to 180 people and 12 teams. That's what we ended up with. We now are so proud to say we started it yesterday. We had 12 teams play yesterday in beautiful settings. The weather has been fantastic, thanks to you and Houston. Dr. Nikhil, I'll tell you this much. All you guys make us really look good, and thank you for doing everything you do to make Masters what it is.
Well, that's just his generosity. We just look at him as an inspiration. But my next question to you, I mean, we have 12 teams over here, as you mentioned. They are from across US. We have 3 from the south side, we have 3 from west, 3 from east, and then few teams from the north zone as well. So it's just an exceptional tournament, and that's what we are doing. But the next question would be, if you can talk a little bit about the sponsors that we have for this tournament, how they have supported this, and how come, how it's gone in making this tournament a success. And then we'll see what sort of events are coming up as we progress in this tournament. I mean, of course, the sponsorship is one of the important aspects, and I would definitely like to get Arun sir's thoughts on that.
Yeah, thank you, Nikhil. As you know, anything, especially sports, where people have to pay to play, like we do here, Masters is always extremely active in looking for sponsors, and we are blessed. We are blessed that we are running an organization that I am very proud of, because it's very transparent, and because of its transparency, we also find companies and entities that are willing to sponsor. And I think the key sponsor that I want to talk about is eClinical Works. eClinical Works has ended up to be our prime sponsor for all of next year, including this tournament, which is our major sponsor. And we are thrilled to death with eClinical Works, and the owner, CEO, Girish. Thank you, Girish, for everything. I hope you're listening to this. We really want to thank you for your generosity. Along with that, I want to mention a lot of other sponsors that make up this list, that includes DX Factor, Waco, Sage IT, Stay Lit, Mantra Law, Happy Touch, and of course Moosa Cricket Stadium, Prairie View Cricket Stadium, and TV Asia, along with Med Decision and Digital Heat. How can I forget Digital Heat? Our own Ashish Wadhwa, who owns and heads Digital Heat.
Thank you so much for mentioning the sponsors. Just a couple more questions. My next question is, if you can share your thoughts on the over 60s team which had gone to Australia to play the World Cup, and then the upcoming tournaments like over 50s, they'll be going to Barbados. So if you can share your thoughts, how those tournaments are progressing and how we have come a long way since last year when we initiated this.
Thank you. Incredibly proud moment for Masters that this was our first team, whether it was 40s, 50s or 60s. This is our first ever opportunity to go and play in a World Cup. And we are nothing but proud of our incredible army of 60s that went to play the World Cup. great leadership, excellent organization, and the beauty is we beat two seasoned countries in our first ever trip, South Africa and West Indies, and we could not have been much more prouder than that, considering we are just starting the 60s. Watch out for the rest of the world. This 60s is going to take on a lot of teams going forward once we are well established.
And then your thoughts on over 50 going to Barbados now?
Yeah, good point. I completely forgot. I have some incredible people playing in this tournament who are over 50s. It's an amazing thing. I have a lot of over 50s players playing in the over 40s, which means they qualified to play in the 40s, which is a proud moment for cricket in USA and for the 50s guys. It may sound controversial that they're taking a spot away from a 40s, but it was an open competition, and whoever was the best got picked, just like our own Sanjay Pandya out here. So it's purely about who got picked. But here's the beautiful thing: this next one that the over 50s is going to Barbados on October 31st to play in a 8-nation tournament, which is being called or termed as a mini World Cup, with England, Wales, UAE, India, West Indies, Canada. So we are very, very, very excited to take the team to Barbados, and we hope to come out very successful. We did, by the way, Nikhil, as you know, in March, we had a 3-nation tournament, which was West Indies, Canada, and USA. And USA convincingly won the Champions Trophy, and I couldn't have been more proud of the efforts of Parag Ananta and the entire team. I also will fail, sorry, but I'll also fail in my duties if I do not mention this amazing executive committee body that the Masters Cricket USA has put up, which includes Parag Ananta, Syed Shanawaz, Raj Vadadre, Matthew Verghese, and Sanjay Pandya, myself, and I forget Sanjeeva Veerasinghe. This is the 7-member Masters executive body, and we literally meet once a week on a Zoom call, and we haven't stopped that for the last 34 weeks. It's amazing contribution by all these folks. It's simply unbelievable, the effort that people put to make this successful. I want this world to know what a humongous job this whole body has put in. And thank you for your efforts as the EC member of the 40s committee, and you being a Houstonite. We thank you for your amazing effort and time that you put in to make this a successful event. Thank you, Doctor.
My final question now, before we wrap up this interview, is if you can share your thoughts on the beautiful Moosa Stadium and also talk about the Prairie View cricket fields. To start with the Moosa Stadium, obviously the owner being Saki Mohammed, and you can talk about both the grounds and just share your thoughts on that.
Thank you for bringing this up, because we could never conclude any interview without talking about Saki Mohammed and Moosa Stadium. I cannot tell you. First off, he's one of our board of directors for Masters Cricket USA. We call this the home of Masters, and we are so proud to say that. And that's all courtesy of Saki Mohammed. And for anybody that hasn't visited Moosa Stadium, you really need to. This is almost becoming a mecca of cricket in America.
And got ICC approval recently in June.
That's right, and we have the ICA again. Saki Mohammed got the approval from ICC to be an ICC approved ground.
Right.
Only the second ground in USA to be an ICC approved ground.